your boy Luke Williams. I own you because it's my phone.
Oh, okay. I get it. All right, what's up, guys? This is the Connor Rich daily interview. Daily. You know, we're here with.
Luke Williams, the GOAT.
Yeah, he just ran into my house and decided to eat my pizza for some reason. But I figured while he was here, we might as well go through my interview because I just found out it was due in 2 days. So, would you like to get started?
Yeah. Of course, I'd like to get started.
Alright.
I didn't know it was due. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Figured knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think that's a saying. Anyway, our topic today is Foo Fighters versus Nirvana, and if there is a bias in the musical realm of dramatic music. So my first question is, how well would you say you know the Foo Fighters?
I'd say I know the Foo Fighters pretty well. If I were to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say maybe a 7. You know, like a good solid number. Because I do listen to some of their music, but I'm not gonna be able to recite each song word for word. And I have a general idea of who they are and most of their songs, but I'm not a super fan. You know, I'm not a 10. You know.
Got you. I completely understand.
Yeah.
As someone who performed with you live with some Foo Fighters songs.
All right. Sometimes I have to hold the phone for the lyrics, but that's what that's for.
All right, my second question is, how well would you say you know Nirvana?
I think I'd say I know Nirvana more around a 5 or 6. Probably because of age bias the most, because obviously the Foo Fighters are closer to my time of being here on the planet than Nirvana was, because obviously even Kurt Cobain died before I was born. And obviously while I still know Nirvana, same with Foo Fighters, but to a less extent. I'm not a super fan. I could listen to a few. I listened to a few of their songs. I could sing a few of their songs, but it's I don't know everything.
Right, gotcha. I mean, the Foo Fighters started making music, and Nirvana had fizzled out and, ended before we were even born. Mm-hmm. You're 17, 18. I think the Foo Fighters started in 96, 97. Yeah. That's 10 years. My third question, do you believe there is a bias towards dramatic music in today's society?
Yes, I think a lot of it has to do with the internet and social media, and how when you connect drama and social media, they just go hand. Social media is almost meant for drama. So it's when you have instant access to all that, drama is 100% a bias, and everybody can be dramatic and everybody has drama in their lives. And it's well, yeah, I mean, you do. I can't discredit your drama, but yeah, I think there's definitely a bigger bias to drama in today's society.
Yeah, I completely agree with that standpoint. I mean, with social media today, it's just drama. It's insane. My fourth question, I believe, was why do you think this? But we answered that. My fifth question, which do you believe has more of an impact on American society, Foo Fighters or Nirvana?
So for American society, even though I said I wasn't that big of a Nirvana fan, I'd still 100% say Nirvana, because when you think about it, when they were around in the 90s, they revolutionized their genre of music. You didn't see much of the punk rock that mix of it, especially with all just the fan base and how everybody came together. And you got to think as well, that's also kind of when the internet was starting to take scene, so that you could connect the drama with that. So it's oh, this new big band is insane, and it just spread countrywide, maybe worldwide. I can't speak for the rest of the world, and I wasn't alive, but you just got to think about the relevance of their time and how their fan base related to their music, and how it just changed culture. It just revolutionized it.
Right, and I think part of that definitely drives from the fact that Nirvana is a very much more saddening and goes hand in hand with the dramatic aspect of society, and so that blew up, 100%, man. And 100%. Foo Fighters is more a pop rock kind of thing.
Yeah, because they have their happiness thing,
right?
Because they could have happy songs and stuff, and it's Nirvana. They didn't have happy songs, it was just
Foo Fighters is definitely more upbeat feeling, and I think Nirvana has sold 75 million records, and the Foo Fighters, I know, and yeah, people don't buy records as much anymore, but the Foo Fighters haven't even sold a third of that.
Yeah.
So it really puts things into perspective how much Nirvana had an impact on society. Yeah. Do you think Kurt Cobain's suicide, aka the singer of Nirvana, had more or gave them more fame?
So I like to say, obviously when Kurt was around, they were still super big. It was an insane band. But I do think that his death might have skyrocketed their band quite a little bit, because when you have the lead focal person of a group like that who's already like pretty well known, and that person like just is out of the picture now, it's like damn, it's like this, it's gotta go up. Like like his death definitely had an impact on how much more widespread Nirvana got. And even though like I don't know if they stopped making music like as soon as he died or after he died, but like you gotta think like he's gone, people are gonna want to listen to him because you're never gonna listen to him new again. So it's like, yeah, I think it definitely had an impact. And maybe it's not like obviously people might credit it as like the whole reason Nirvana's big is like, dog, you're just flat out wrong. But like it definitely had like an impact on that.
Yeah, I also agree with that. Do you think Nirvana would still be making records if Kurt didn't kill himself?
Maybe. I think like it's very possible they could still be making records. Like I mean, I think like if the Beatles were still alive, they'd still be making records. It's like it just depends because like they'd always have their fan base that like been with them since the beginning. It's like that's how they are, or the people that have been with them since the beginning, like they grew up. So it's like they'll definitely have fans to listen to them if they were to still make music. But I don't know. I don't think it would hit the same, and maybe it would because the drama in today's like how big social media has just gotten. Maybe that can connect and keep them like really big. But I think they would have definitely like as like the rise of like you could tell like most of like music is like media, like not in media is like hip hop and like rap, and that's like one of the big dominating things today.
Like
I think
Kanye West.
like Kanye and all that. It's like the growth of that is just like maybe it could have outweighed like maybe the modernness of it could have outweighed like the originality of like how it was in the 90s and the drama and the grunge. But yeah, I think they'd still be making music.
That is an interesting take. I was not expecting that. For my seventh question, do you think that Dave Grohl would have still went off and made his own music even if Nirvana had still existed?
I think I can associate that with my last answer. It's like people kind of grow up, so it's like you're never gonna like be like the same way you are for your whole life. So I feel Dave Grohl would have maybe he would have started like a whole new band after Nirvana disbanded, but like if it was still around, I still think he would definitely maybe like drop out and do his own solo thing because now obviously he has his whole band, it's the Foo Fighters. But like I think he would definitely not like have stuck with Nirvana forever. Like obviously he'd credit it and love Nirvana and love it for what it was and everything it's done for like people and like as it was as a band and like a meaning for others. But like I think he like maybe would have like dropped out after like a little bit longer.
Gotcha. All right, for my second and last question, do you think Taylor Hawkins, the former drummer of the Foo Fighters, who had just recently passed away, I believe March of last year, do you think his death gave the Foo Fighters fame?
See, I don't know. It's rough because like obviously it's sad to see him pass away. He was such a like core key member. Yeah, he's such a core key member to the Foo Fighters. Maybe like obviously when like somebody dies, it's always like a hop on the bandwagon. Like, oh my God, rest in peace. I've been loving this people for like forever. Like everybody does that. It is like, it might have gave him fame, but to the extent of like Kurt Cobain dying and giving Nirvana fame, I don't think it reaches that far. Especially like the internet and how you could just have everything. And it's like, again, like the eras, the times. It's like just different. And yeah, no. Final answer. I don't really think like his death maybe like it could have escalated it like a little bit, but nothing like as substantial as like Nirvana.
Right, and I agree with that. I think it had a little bit to do with it though, because death goes hand in hand with dramatic, and that also So for my last question, do you think Nirvana is overhyped?
Well, I think anything can be overhyped. First of all, like if you're like a certain person who loves something so much, of course you can overhype it. I think the general consensus might be like I don't think Nirvana's that overhyped. Like I said, I personally I enjoy their music. I'll definitely listen to it, even though I'm not a super fan. Like I said, anything could be overhyped. I don't think it's necessarily that crazy in today's world where it's like, oh my God, Nirvana. And I mean, like same with Foo Fighters, like oh my God, not like Foo Fighters, like anything could be overhyped. I don't think it is. Final answer.
All right, cool. Thank you for all your wonderful answers. Would you like anything to say to Mr. Franklin before we head out?
I'm Mr. Franklin. Can we watch Zookeeper in class, please? Can you like play or Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers as the cat? That'd be really tough. But yeah, other than that, bye.
Yeah, we tried to do Zookeeper last year and it didn't come out well. Please let us watch Zookeeper. All right, thank you.